Also getting our first look at a photo that was reportedly taken 3 minutes after the shooting took place. And this picture could shed some new light on Zimmerman's claims of self-defense. Trace Gallagher has more live from our West Coast newsroom. Trace?
In fact, Megan, it goes right to what you and Greg are talking about here. This photo, the GPS that's embedded in the photo, reportedly shows that it was taken by an iPhone 3 minutes after Trayvon Martin was shot. Now, be advised, you see there, this is kind of gruesome, but it shows that Zimmerman's head was cut in 2 places and there is a welt at the top of his head. The person who took this says he did not see the scuffle, but he did hear it. Now, remember, there are several people who heard the scuffle, but only one who saw part of it. And here again is that eyewitness. Listen.
The guy on the bottom, who I believe had a red sweater on, was yelling to me, "Help, help." And I told him to stop, and I was calling 911. When I got upstairs and looked down, the person that was on top beating up the other guy was the one laying in the grass. And I believe he was dead at that point.
After the shooting, Zimmerman asked the man who took that picture to please contact his wife. The man said, "What do I tell her?" And Zimmerman said, "Just tell her I shot someone." Well, the police report says Zimmerman had blood on the back of his head, on his nose, that his back was wet and covered with grass. He was treated by paramedics and then he was arrested. Now, when he arrived at the police station, you can clearly see a police officer checking out the back of his head. An attorney for the Trayvon Martin family says about this, and I'm quoting, "How bad could it have been if they didn't take him to the hospital and didn't stitch him up?" The special prosecutor has seen all the evidence and still believes that George Zimmerman murdered Trayvon Martin. Of course, legal experts say the picture does give possible credence to Zimmerman's claim that Martin bashed his head against the concrete during that struggle and was on top of him at the time. Megan.
I mean, it seems clear there was a confrontation between the two that preceded the shooting. But exactly what happened and how it goes to the very heart of this case. That's why it's so stunning to hear the investigator testifying that he does not know who started it with whom in the moments before the shooting. Trace, thank you.